Well, here we are. Dragon Age Inquisition, the final quote unquote game in the series. So we just finished Dragon Age. We have finished Origins and Dragon Age 2. We just finished Dragon Age 2 today, and I'm recording Dragon Age 2. I mean Dragon Age Inquisition today, and I'm posting it today. So you're gonna get 2 videos today. So yeah. Now it's more so about picking my race and gender. So let's see. Humans are the most numerous and powerful race in Thedas. They are also the most divided politically and seem to thirst for conflict. Human characters receive a bonus ability point at the start of the game, which could be good. Elf. Elves are historically oppressed people, distinguishable, my bad, by their light frames and pointy ears. Though most survive in the poorest fringes of human cities, others live as nomads known as Adalers. Elves receive a bonus of 25% to range defense, which is good. Dwarves are short, stocky, and most spend their entire lives underground. Those exiled to the surface are often merchants or smugglers. Because dwarves have no connection to the Fae, they cannot be mages, but receive a 25% bonus to magic defense, which is also good. The Qunari are a race of horned giants who follow a strict religious text known as the Qun. Those who abandon its principles are known as Savashoth, and often work as mercenaries. Qunari characters get a bonus of plus 10% physical damage. So if anything, I'm actually thinking about being an elf for this one. Again, like Michelle was an elf, Hawk was human, so I'm gonna be an elf in this one. Now is this pound on male or female? I'm looking. I'm thinking about being the dude. So we're gonna be a male. Alright. Rogue dual wield. Rogues are fighters who rely on speed and agility rather than heavy armor, using skill and an adventurous position on the battlefield to deal incredible damage. They may get up close and personal with daggers or strike from a distance with arrows. Same thing. Warrior two-handed. Warriors are frontline combatants able to withstand incredible punishment in heavy armor. They are proficient in the use of two-handed weapons like mauls and greatswords, but may combine a smaller weapon with a shield for added defense. Same thing for that. Mage. Mages channel magical power into spells capable of a wide range of effects, from debilitating opponents, protecting allies, or unleashing devastating elemental energy. Those who wield magic are widely feared for their abilities, and their rebellion against Chancery control has left the land in chaos. I'm not being a warrior because I don't like warriors, honestly. Uh, and I really don't want to be a mage. So I'm just going to be a rogue again, the dual wield one. So we're going to do that. And, of course, not only Nightmare, but this, for players looking to tweak their difficulty settings, playing with trials on will increase your challenge, but you also earn unique equipment. This is what we're going to be doing. So, difficulty, Nightmare. And let's see. Please, no, I can't. I do not want that on. I just can't. I'm telling you, I can't. Like, all in Origins and 2, it was just like, no, bro. And I know in this one's gonna just be like too insane. So let me keep that off. Friendly fire off, please. Oh man. Alright, even ground. Enemies always scale to be at least the same level as the Inquisitor. Significantly increases the chance of receiving special equipment. Okay. Cause enemies or followers to behave unpredictably, keeping multiple save files is recommended. Okay. So we're gonna turn on this one. The enemy, we ain't gonna do all of them, but only a few of them. The enemies of the Inquisition may have new traits and abilities in combat, significantly increases the chance of receiving special equipment. May have new traits and abilities in combat. I don't know about that one yet. You lose all focus if you rest or travel to a camp. Slightly increases the chance. I, 'cause, 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 ' and don't care. All healing potions only heal only one health. Nah, I can't have that. I'm sorry. All supply caches are removed from the game. Supply caches. What were the supply caches? Let me look it up. I don't remember. Supply caches. Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, those. Yeah, we need that. We need those. Sorry, we need those. Take it slow. You gain XP at half the normal rate. Nope, sorry. Negative approval. Nope. You thought bears were tough. Think again. Significant increases the chance of receiving special. Sure. So we're gonna do that one, and we're gonna turn on this one. We're only gonna be doing these three. 1, 2. I guess rest easy too. Now you lose all focus if you rest or travel to a camp. Okay, whatever. It'll make it harder a bit because we made both games hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are not doing that. So I'm just gonna leave it like this so you guys can see all the charms we're gonna have on for a bit. Okay. And we're on nightmare difficulty. So let's go. Enslaved long ago by humans, most elves still live as second-class citizens within human cities. Elves who reject this life are known as the Dalers, nomadic wanderers who strive to keep the ancient elven religion and traditions alive. You were raised in the wilderness to be a hunter, relied upon by the Lavalan clan for food and protection. The clan wandered the northern free marches and had little need to interact with humans, until the clan's keeper sent you to the Chantry's conclave as a spy. What happened there, she said, would impact not only the Dalers, but indeed all elves. She could not have known how right she was. And yeah. And we just put it in there, so it's gonna be, yeah. Yep, it's this one. Yep, let's go. So, yeah. Alright, so I know you guys ain't gonna want to see me do this, so I'm just going to pick it up after I get the character done. So see you in a bit. Okay, I'm done now. Took a little bit, but here it is.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
So I like this. I like it. So we're gonna rename him, and his name is going to be Lyrion. L-I-R-I-O-N. Lyrion. All right. Yeah, you better run, Lyrion. Okay.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
Dang, Cassandra.
We need him, Cassandra.
Hey, dang, bro. All up on me. Emotional situation. With these opportunities appear, special icons will highlight the emotion tied to the response. So I'm guessing it's like, those people. Like, I mean, if you don't let me go if I slap you, it's like, low key. I have no idea what's going on. It's like, okay, whatever. I think.
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. Call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
Man, the graphics on this game is so immaculate.
So, if I do what you want, will I live through it?
We have no way of knowing.
Did he just... what
They
should he
have
do?
decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna be reading codexes, like I said we would. Cassandra Pentagos, Lord Seeker Lucius, I am fully aware of the intent behind your predecessor's declaration. Lord Seeker Lambert fried the... No, Pride, I said fried. Pried the Templars away from the Chantry control and led them into an assault upon all mages, for reasons you both find justified. I, however, am uncertain when the Seekers of Truth went from guarding against injustice to perpetrating it. If you truly believe that is not the case, I suggest you look out a window at the chaos this war has caused, and ask yourself if Thetis will recover. Would recover even if you are victorious. I remain at Divine Justinian's right hand and will stay there even if you brand me traitor. I am sorry, but there is too much at stake to swerve from the path we willingly followed at the Chantry's foundation. Okay. Justinia V. Formerly the Reverend Mother Dorothea or allayed Divine Justinian V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III in the year 34 of the Dragon Age. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate, but she proved to be a liberal and daring thinker, willing to take a former bard and lay sister Leliana, Michael's woman, as a close advisor. A headstrong devotion to her own agenda and rumored support of the Mage Rebellion earned her no small dislike for the powerful priests long used to controlling access to the Divine. In the year 940 of the Dragon Age, Divine Justinia called a summit intending to negotiate a truce between the Mage Rebellion and the Templars splintered from the Chantry. The Divine Conclave was held at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. That's where Justice Ashes was in Origins. And yeah. The most holy place in Thetis before a resolution could be reached. I need to go back to kindergarten. A cataclysmic, I know I probably still pronounced it wrong. Explosion destroyed the conclave, consumed the temple, rent the sky, and shattered the world's hope for peace. Divine Justinia V perished in the sacred ashes. The Chantry flounders leaderless in the... Why I say it should have said founders. Anyway, flounders leaderless in the wake of her death, and its fate grows increasingly uncertain. If order is not restored to Thetis, Justinia V might be remembered as the Chantry's final divine. That is crazy. The Thetis are elves who refuse to live in human cities where their people are exploited, having few rights. They chose to eke out an independent existence in the forest, attempting to keep the last remnants of their ancient culture alive. Lyrian is from Clan Lavalian, a group of Thetis who migrate around the perpetually feuding Free Marchers. Lyrian's people travel along the borders of each city-state territory, where Free Marchers rulers will be less inclined to attack them for fear of accidentally provoking neighboring cities. Lyrian became a hunter at a young age, growing into a respected protector and provider. The recent Mage rebellion disturbed his clan's way of life as the fighting spilled out into the countryside. Dang, bro. Clan of Valiant's leader, Keeper Deshana Ismethuriel, I know I pronounced it wrong, the Valiant. Dang, why your name so long? Chose Living to spy on the meeting at the Temple of Sacred Ashes between the Divine and the feuding factions, so he could bring back news of the outcome. After the explosion that killed the Divine, Lyria was the only survivor. Excuse me. Rumors that the mysterious mark on his hand is a sign of the Maker's favor were spread by those who claimed they saw the Divine Prophet and Drostia herself, led the Valiant out of the fate. Interesting, okay. We're not going to read crafting materials. Creatures will read. Thetis is full of weird and wild creatures. Some are dangerous, some are harmless. It's important to be able to tell the difference. Yeah, we won't be reading crafting materials or I guess we'll be reading everything else, but yeah. We already know about the Dalish Elves, so we don't need to do that. History of the Conclave. It's been a year of little more than chaos. Yes, the mages voted to dissolve the Circle of Magi, but I will point out this vote came only after increased restrictions were placed on them following the unfortunate invention of Kirkrow with Anders. I wonder if Anders is still walking around right now. What other choice did they have? Yes, the Temple Order abandoned their duties and elected to pursue their mages to bring them back in line. But after 1,000 years in which their sole role was the mages' keepers, what else could one expect? They envisioned the war over quickly, a single battle that would see the mages' resolve crumble, after which they would meekly return to confinement. That did not happen. This conflict could drag on forever. With advantage on neither side, both Templars and mages see this, and thus they have agreed to come to the Conclave. This is our chance. Words need to be said which has not been said. A compromise must be reached because there is no other choice. I believe this with all my heart. I am not without fault in all this. Perhaps I pushed too hard for reform, or not hard enough. The Maker has seen fit to give me another chance. I will not squander it. The Temple Sacred Ashes is sweat together. We will make history, and with luck, we will be remembered kindly for it. Yikers! Huh. Oh, we can see. Look at the image of that. Interesting. The breach. What does it mean to pierce the veil, that which separates our world from the realm of dreams and demons? For the average man and woman, it is a frightening thought to consider just how fragile the separation actually is. The veil is not a physical curtain, not a structure limited to a particular place. It is everywhere. It is in their home, in the streets where they walk, in farmers' fields, as well as remote mountain valleys, valleys. At any moment, it could be torn to shreds, allowing demons and other horrors to flood into our world like water through a burst dam. Known lore tells us that small rifts can be sealed, but what about a large one? What if some catastrophic magical event created a rift so large and horrific it weakened the integrity of the veil as a whole? Such a breach would threaten our entire world, turning concerns about occasional demonic intrusion into a charming anecdote compared to the monsters we would then face. If there is anything to be done, any reason we should look at magic with fear, it is for that possibility more than any other. And this is just okay. So yeah, we're not gonna be reading that. All right, let's go. 1 second, actually. My sensitivity, controls. All right. Wait, did it not? All right.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Bro's ready. He got his staff and everything. Oh, quest map. So you can do that, or if you're playing on PlayStation, if you press the left deep on the D-pad, boom, you can just pull it up right there. I'm gonna be doing that a lot. Oh crap!
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Well, okay. Oh no! Bro, I know my shoulder is cooked, bro. I landed dead on my shoulder.
Stay behind me.
And one thing is, with these trials, when I'm expecting to die a lot. Alright, what's good? Let's do this. Now. Alright. There we go. Gotta attack him from behind. Boom. Cassandra, what are you doing? You're just standing there.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now.
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. Your life is threatened enough as it is.
Alright. Cool.
Take these potions. Make
Only
a
took
note
like a
what we will
little
face.
bit of damage.
Where are all your soldiers?
And if you do press L3, you
At the
can
forward
use
camp
this.
or fighting.
If you guys are
We
like
on
watching
our
and playing
own for
along.
now.
Alright. 3 dexterity. I appreciate that. Yeah, 3 dexterity. Need that. I do have high helmets off. I mean, high helmet on because the helmets, some of these helmets in this game is just like not it. You feel me? So I try to keep them on as much as possible. Gotta look everywhere. We're gonna be doing a lot. This might be the longest one in this Dragon Age series. You feel me? Right,
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Alright. Whoa, that was glitched out. There we go. Shadow Essence. This is a creature research item. Bring it to a creature research specialist to learn more about the creature cycle. Know thy enemy. And room. Okay. Oh. Yep, need that. No!
It attacks from a distance.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I could have done like... Alright, let me go ahead and pop that. Okay. Oh my gosh. No! Yo, if I get up here and it falls all the way down, I'm about to be heated. Stop that. Gosh, bro. Like I thought it was about to fall down and it decided, no, I'm not going to. Alright. What we're going to start doing though with the codex is towards like the end of our video, we're just going to read the codex. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them like that. Wait a second. Can I? Yes, I can. I'm showing you guys stuff that I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Now, granted, some of the DLC, well, mainly all the DLCs I never played before, so we'll be doing that. Like, I never did Trespasser, Ascend, or Jaws of Hakon, so that's going to be new for me. Okay. Getting some gold on us. And boom. Dang, Cassandra's about to die. She got a black eye. Well, she's gonna have to just suck it up. Alright. Okay.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
Yeah. Are you turned around? Dang, bro. No way. We'll focus on you. Maybe behind you, please. Okay, come on. Boom. There we go. I am expecting to die like quite a bit. Get behind you. Okay. There we go. Alright, cool. Save right there. Alright, let me drink a potion. Alright. Boom! Ooh, one shot it. Okay. You're done. Boom. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I am expecting to die a lot. But put your weapons up, Lyrian. Hey. Why everyone always gotta have something out? Okay. Oh, give me that, need that.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Okay. There's gonna have to be like a huge joke. Oh, good. Who did that? Great move. The goat! There!
Before more come through! do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
I closed that thing. How?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate.
Dang, Cassandra has a strong
well-versed
jawline.
in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels
I don't have a
allowed me to learn
jawline.
much
I don't have a jaw.
far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Alright, Dan.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Alright. Varric and Solus will be reading their stuff
This way, down the bank.
towards the
The road
end.
ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Okay. Now, give me a second. I got a loot. Gosh. Alright, what are we looking at? Flanking damage. I don't think we're going to get this. Alright, whoop. Yep, gotta look everywhere. Come on, bro.
Demons ahead!
Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Oh yeah, we at 6. Am I making a save? Yeah, let's make our first save. Alright. 4 of these things, and it's 4 of us. Okay. We gotta go after these. Okay. While inside the camera, use L to scan the battlefield. Press R3 to cycle through targets. Switch control between your party members and press X to issue orders to move to a specific slot. Okay, and then hold that. See what we can do. Gonna do that, right? Get in stealth. Cold resistance, immunity to being chilled. And you have cold on you. So get his attention. Varric, long, you got 1,000, 3,000 health. This is insane to me. 3, a very here. Focus that on him. Alright. Alright, boom. Okay. Wait, did I just take damage from everything? It decided to do that last second. Here, attack him. Attack him. What is happening right now? Alright. Here, attack him, attack him. Let me wait a little bit. Couldn't get my thing up. If I get that extra. Damn it. There we go. Alright. There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay, that was better. That's all that I had to get it, sorry. Alright. Okay. Oh. 3. Alright. Gotta loot, bro. This game is huge when you're trying to get every nook and cranny, bro. I got friendly fire off, so I don't know if so that we won't be taking as much damage. You feel me? Where we would just be chilling. Alright. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Okay. Get him. Long shot him. Whoa! Y'all seen that? Alright, here. I need you to come over here, Varric. Come up here. Dang, I should have waited. You guys should have. There's a move. Cassandra's eating these things, bro. Down. Get you down. Boom. There we go.
You are Dalish, but clearly away from the rest of your clan. Did they send you here?
What do you know of the Danish?
I have wandered many roads in my time, and crossed paths with your people on more than one occasion.
What do you mean by crossed paths?
I mean that I offer to share knowledge, only to be attacked for no greater reason than their superstition.
Can't you elves just play nice for once?
Guess not, bro. Life reward. When the blow is about to drop a character's health below 0, the amulet shatters and heals the character for seconds. Let me put that on myself. No. Let me put that on the mage in our group. Ow.
I know it's difficult, but we must keep moving.
Yeah, but I got a loot.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
I see that up there.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Okay. Open the wheel. Boom, you're done. And challenge him. Long shot him. Winter grasp him. Ow. Cool, good stuff. Okay. Gotta get that good damage in. I can ready to move before checking a potion. Now I can. Boom. Got a level up.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Got 5 of these left.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
Go after these
Help
first.
us!
Yeah, because we're doing the sword thing, we're gonna be weaker. There we go.
Hurry! Use the mark!
Alright. Yep, level up. Your character has leveled up. This increases your health and staff automatically and awards you 1 ability point. Yep, let me go ahead and do it. So let's see. Got double daggers. We won't be doing anything in archery at all. We'll read the abilities in archery and see what type of builds we're going to be making. Sabotage. Experts in these talents specialize in poisons and traps. Their dirty tricks leave enemies sick and limping. Easy pickings for a sharp blade or barred bow. Interesting. And then subterfuge. Experts in these talents are masters of misdirection. Either leap into safety, disappearing into the shadows, or tricking enemies into slashing at empty air. They are never where anyone expects them. Okay. Yeah. So we already got stealth. Let's see what the upgrade is. You live in the darkness. Entering stealth is now instant and removes all debilitating effects on you. While in stealth, you can even pass through enemies without being detected. You can remain in stealth for a short time after attacking, so that's about 3 seconds. Easy to miss. Enemies are likely to overlook you in combat, much to their regret. This is easily true if you're flanking them, which is pretty good. They can't hit what they can't see. Your deceptive fighting style gives you a chance to dodge enemies' attacks, taking no damage, which is pretty good. I'm going to end up needing that. Chance to evade, 10%, more dexterity. This gives me some cunning. Alright, evade. You leap away from incoming attacks, putting yourself where you need to be to win this fight. Enemies in hidden step. Enemies swear you're still there, attacking in empty air and hurting nobody but themselves if you look away. That's pretty good. You now move directly through the shadows to attack and retreat as needed. Okay, ambush. While you're in stealth and shortly after leaving it, your attacks ignore some of your target's armor. Ooh. I am popping stealth like that, like freezy. Stealth plus twin flames be good. And if I get this, come on now. You throw a handful of those dust into an enemy's face, putting them to sleep for a short time. Says about knockout powder, sleep longer, and I was told to wake up after being damaged. Knockout powder does not last as long, but enemies take massive damage if they wake up naturally. Yikes. What are the chances of that even happening anyway? Wait. Dexterity, cunning. When their hearts aren't in the fight, it's almost too easy. Your attacks are on panicked or sleeping enemies automatically critical hit. Shadow Strike. You launch a surprise attack on your target. If you struck an enemy that did not have you targeted, you gain stamina. Okay. Precision ability used on incapacitated foes. So come on. Shadow Strike now hits harder if you are in stealth or haven't taken damage recently. So for 5 seconds. Ooh. So that's what, 20%? So that's 600%. Ooh, that's too good. You know how to strike without being seen. Even at a distance, you can now use Shadow Strike against ranged targets. And this tree seems pretty good. I might be in this tree a lot. You coat your weapons in deadly toxin, making your making every attack poison enemies for a short time. Interesting. That's what, 25 per second, more 25%, so that's 50%. Your poison helps your blades and arrows bite deeper and do more damage with your weapons while poison is active. You gain health when you attack enemies with poison weapons active. That is very good. So I can use that and then just like constantly be able to do that. You scatter spikes behind you, hurting and slowing down enemies who come after you. This ability is considered a trap for any abilities that enhance. I guess. Nah, no way to care for that one. The worst mistake your enemies can make is to let you see them flinch. Whenever you score a critical hit, you regenerate stamina. And then that's what, 10 stamina, 3 cunning unlocked. Your critical hits tear through enemy armor, leaving it sundered for a short time, which is good. More cunning. Throwing blitz. You hurl a group of knives at all nearby targets, ripping through their armor and leaving it sundered. When facing fewer targets, you group your knives so that the more blades that hit a single target, it does more damage. The more damage they inflict. And okay. All of your sundered and poison effects last longer to make you more potent As you make more poison toxins and uglier wounds. Okay, they last longer. Your poisons curdle the blood of your target's enemies that die while explode in a shower of mist. Ooh. You unleash a cloud of toxin dust that damage all enemies that remain in the area. A toxic cloud has a shorter cooldown time and also poisons enemies in the area. Okay. Cooldown reduction 5 seconds. Okay. Allies in the toxic can lose their enemies and the vapors, gaining a stack of exclusive. Okay. Will I be in this tree? I don't know. Cause it's cool and all. I think if anything, if I do get something out of this tree, I feel like it may be these 3 things. Plus the whole leeching wounds things. I might end up needing all that. Oh, I forgot about this. You hurl a light grapple hook at a target, then you yank as you leaping to pull yourself in. Okay. You can use a hook and tackle with no stamina cost or cooldown time. You chain yourself to your target upon arrival, making it possible for them to escape you. You can free yourself by reactivating the village. Okay, it's useless. Alright, parry. You quickly block a strike made by your foe, then counter as their own defensive assault. Is this it's an active one. It's crazy. If flanking, your Twin Fangs attack will keep your target armor sundered from the blow. You deal more damage only if you keep your target facing forward toward the blow. Okay. You regain stamina with every kill. The better to continue your assault. Okay. Attacks, and that's what? Dexterity, cunning. Attacks upon a target's back or flank are much more likely to be killing blows, which is pretty good. Death blow. Speaking of blows, you lash out hard with swift and deadly skill, and then again against a wounded foe. Your strike bites deeper, and if it should kill your target, there's no cooldown on death blow. Ooh, that's good. So I can like wait to so like the health is like a little bit low, use it, slice, boom, be able to use it again. Instead of moving in to make the kill, your favorite first opponents with death blow. Whatever, flank attack. You leap through shadows to attack your foe with deadly strikes that hit them from behind. Number hits too, so it's like right, get back. Before your target turns to face your blow, you move to stealth, impossible to find. His target of the blow still bleeding from the cuts. Your dagger's fine. Your strikes cut deeper into any foe whose current health is lower than yours. Okay. Your daggers blur, dense with deadly pain. That's what cunning dex. Each strike adds to your critical hit chance. After a critical attack, your chain resets, which you begin another dance. That is very good, so I'm never gonna want that. You move status effects to nearby foes while stripping them from foes. Okay. As long as they're just spinning. I really like this tree, of course, and I really think about going down this route to get this though. So I want that evasion. Okay. And we're gonna need that. What's next again? Increases attack. Each point increases attack and critical damage bonus, which is good. Then cunning, critical chance and range defense. So yeah, I'm gonna need. So right now my critical damage bonus is 53. Critical chance is 5. Oof. The behavior screen allows you to provide instructions to your parties on how they should fight, cooperate, and defend themselves in combat. While you can directly control and switch between partners at any time, they will follow these rules when you are not controlling them. We'll do all that stuff
Rift
later.
is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your head is, it's useful.
Let's drink that, and then boom.
The prisoner must get to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. It is a holy chance.
You have already...
Dang, Barrett. Cassandra. Yeah.
Without resorting to this exercise. Ah!
Hey, look,
Here
it's my
they come.
woman.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk. A bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
So none of you are actually in charge here.
You killed everyone who was in charge!
What?
Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Alright. Careful sustain the soul. Soldier will stand with you to ensure arrival. Scouts on the paths may be lost. Fast but direct. Soldiers will act as distraction elsewhere. The problem will be addressed sooner, but there may be casualties. Yeah. Let's charge the
I
soldiers.
say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Alright, let's continue. Oh! Oh, I got another one. And willpower. Yeah, I forget about willpower. There we go. Alright, let's save again.
One down.
I'm out. Oh, you so freaking lucky you buried it. Bro hit barrier last freaking second, bro. Bro, legit, he got lucky.
How many rifts are there?
We must seal it if we are to get past.
I'm going to pop this.
Quickly then!
Alright. I'm behind you now. Get down. Wait a second. Immunity to panic, frozen, paralyzed. Okay. Oh, crap. Nope, stop that. I guess that's a vulnerability spot when they go in there. Oh, nope. Oh, crap. What the frick was that? What type of move was that? Oh, I guess it's that trial. Bro used or whatever it was. Boom.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Cullen!
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Melee defense. Yeah, that's a good Cassandra. Dang, she used it? I wonder she hasn't been dying. I didn't even realize it was used.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Alright.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Oh, what's up, Liliana? How you doing? I'm not Misha, yo, but like...
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Bro got a crispy lineup. And a little crispy, like the right side is like curved a little bit, but still. Alright, let's handle this.
Now!
Alright, this is what we're finna do. You buried us? Good. What we're finna do is, I'm gonna have you come over here, and Varric also come over here. And me, I'm going to... Oh.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Uh-huh.
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Got it. No, let me get behind her. Let me get behind her. Wait a second. Let me look at this. Okay. Wait! Woo! Can you bury her, please? Okay. Right here. What we got? Like, just build up that barrier real fast.
More coming through the rift.
Ow. What's up with you? What's up with you? Bury her. Fight him. And me, I'm gone. Stop that. Freaking heck, stop that. Frick, you thought this was, homie. Frick, you thought this was. He's getting down though. Here. Shield wall. Okay, now hit that. No! Frick. Do that. I'm gone. Wait a second. Where's he at? Oh! Yikers! Run! This is some bull! Challenge him! Frig, you thought this was? Yo, that's some bull. That's some bull, bro. He went out to Solus for no reason. Okay, yeah, drink that. You know what? F that. Yeah. We need to come back over here. Get something again.
Now, seal the rip.
There we go. First try. But that's some bull though. He really ran out of Solus for no reason. We already know about Pride Demon, so we don't need to read about that. Bro. He's like, well, warrior down, go after the mage next.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing.
She sounds like Meryl.
I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
And the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
All right. Cool. Vain Hope. Someone better at this, at this than me. Takes over before the survivor expires. Okay, if they want, climb me, shallow breathing, pulls over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. Makes sense his scarring mark is true me with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. I meant to get this, not that. Okay. Alright. We got another level up. So I think because I got that, I probably should go ahead and start getting that. So then get that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get evasion. Evade. Alright. Critical damage bonus, fire damage. I'll take that. Go. I get cunning, but I lose like 2 range defense, which I'm fine with. Wait, I was say I can't wear that. Anyway, get some melee defense going. Completely forgot my robe, but I do not like how this makes my dude look. They get both melee and range defense. This fire, this is just melee. Which ain't bad, I just don't like how this looks. And this just gives me cold resistance, which is like, the frick. The fact I can put this on is crazy. So I think I'm just gonna put that on. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at some codexes. Oops. Alright. Okay. High Chancellor Roderick. There are some who claim men have no place in the Chantry, beyond the lowest rank of scholarly brothers, and those who take their place amongst the Templars. It is not true. This is an organization spanning 7 nations, from the smallest village Chantry to the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. It takes more than sermons to keep it alive. There is an invisible army at work in ensuring meals are delivered, repairs are made, and faithful attended to, and much of it done by Chantry brothers like myself. The position of High Chancellor places a man beside the Most Holy. I control who is permitted audience, handle her correspondence, deliver her word to Thetis, and serve as her advisor on matters which may be mundane but cannot be disregarded. If I have influence, let it be said it is something I use sparingly, if at all. This is a task in which I devote myself solemnly. I and my fellows bear a burden so that others are free to guide the spiritual status unencumbered. Interesting. Solus. Cassandra, I understand our first order of business must be to investigate this bizarre breach in the sky and protect people from the demons ascending. While my search continues, I wish to draw your attention to a new arrival at our camp, an elven apostate called himself Solus. Solus entered the camp voluntarily, surrendering his staff to Chantry forces without protest. He is not Dalish and says that he has never been a part of the circle, claiming instead he have studied magic peacefully on his own, particularly magic tied to the Fade. While I suspect you will be reluctant to accept the help of an apostate, Solus did come to us freely. Witnesses saw him in a nearby village at the time of the blast, so he was likely not responsible for what happened at the conclave. However, he has described the effects of the breach in enough detail to convince me that he knows more about the Fade than anyone else present. Solus has requested permission to study the lone survivor in one of the smaller rifts, in hopes of finding a way to seal this breach. He has correctly guessed that it is growing and believes it will destroy the entire world unless we find a way to stop it. Unless you object, I will allow him his studies under proper observation, of course. Lady Anna. Okay. Varric. There's power in stories, that's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last might as well be mine. Varric Tetris of the Dwarven Merchants Guild of Kirkwall is famous or infamous for two things, his books and his association with the Champion of Kirkwall. After the Templars and Circle Mages broke away from the Chantry, Divine Justinian V sent her agents to Kirkwall where the roots of the war began, so that was Cassandra and Lady Yana at one point. In search of answers. The champion had long since disappeared, but Varric had written a book on his friends' involvement in the destruction of the Kirkwall Chantry, and the left and right hands of the Divine located him with surprising ease. They captured and interrogated him, then brought him to the Conclave to give his testimony to the Divine in person, but Faye decreed that he would never meet her. Okay, he's done on crafting search creatures. Trying to use my D-pad, foot soldier. I have faced Antivan duelists, Ferelden Ash warriors, and Fog warrior skirmishers. When we strip away the titles and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favor a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main gauge. As warriors need a hand to guide their Mabari and a lighter weapon to take advantage of the openings their dogs leave, while folk warriors rely on stealth and speed too much to use a heavy shield. When engaging with such an opponent, respect his speed. His hands and feet will move a great deal. Ignore them. Watch his hips and shoulders instead. First, deny what advantage uh, he has in his allies or environment, unless you have trained equally in such matters. Once you control his weapon, overwhelm him. He has no shield, and you need not fear a second blade. If forced to fight in such a manner, you must decide whether you will fight as a duelist one-handed, or as a chevalier. If the former, drop your back leg away to tighten your center target, as you have no shield to cover your body or second weapon to bring into range. Focus on a quick attack and give ground freely when you cannot find an advantage. If the latter, rely on your vambrace and gauntlet as a shield and try to wrench your opponent's weapon away. A left arm bears the scars of such efforts, but my opponents bear worse. Better still, do not lose your shield at all, but battles are not a place of perfection. Random. Whatever. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. As clever manipulative as the desire demon, with a penchant for cruel irony that is almost human. While the demons of desire largely engaged in the barbary of mortals, pride will use mortals' own best nature against them. Clever men outwit themselves, strong men crush themselves, humble men forget themselves, jealous men fear themselves. They turn corruption and ruin into an art. I don't think we should read these about pictures like that. Don't care about that. That's this one. Oh, we already know about Red Lyrium. Okay. Alright, save here again. And let's continue. Oh, what's up, everyone? Y'all doing good? Cool. Critical damage, bonus, now trained only. Nothing.
That's him. That's the herald of Andraste.
Andraste's Mabari. You know Andraste's old Mabari. He don't show up in a chant. And if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't have had some big old smelly war dog. But Alpharetta knows it, right? Our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against the Ventor, that dog never hid. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog, he guards Andraste without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. But then old Maraf gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away. But even as they trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. And there's Andraste Mabari by the Holy Prophet's side. In the fight against the Ventor, that dog never hid. That dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's bride, of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out toward the fire, and Kassarian, he shed a tear as that dog laid on its pyre. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the Holy Prophet's side. In the fight against the Ventor, that dog would never hide. They see the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he would be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Yes, that's Mabari's. Yes, that's Mabari's, the companion of the Maker's holy bride. Huh. Interesting. I haven't read that before, so that's interesting.
That's him. He stopped the bridge from getting in.
Dang it! Yo, stop talking to me. Gosh. Why can't you see, like, bro? Oh, crap! I just actually, I hate codex. Okay, yeah, it's this one. Alright, day 3. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save his life, and would they just execute him? With a form Lady Cassandra, I expect him to wait before the morning. Okay.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Good luck sealing those rifts.
Deep Stalker Hide, okay. Alright, the Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard of the story of King Bedwyr? Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all, those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and unrestrained use of a contraption referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden was a hinged iron casket as high and wide and deep as a man, with vicious spikes within, meant to pierce through the poor soul locked into it. Bedwyr's Maiden was a prized possession and stood in the place of honor in his throne room, often with a screaming victim inside it. Political rivals suspected assassins, treasonous ministers. The Maiden consumed them all. But as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial offenses. That is crazy. The cook for oversalting the king's. Are you serious, bro? It's never that deep. The page boy for dropping his sword. The Maiden cast a pall over the kingdom, and his people prayed for deliverance from their cruel king. Deliver us. Anyway, y'all know that Prince of Egypt. Then one day, a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember and was an emissary from a far-off land. Her leaders had heard she said with very much wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. The thought that he had earned adulation of brothers kings across the sea made Berber swell with pride, and he granted Ember an audience. They dined and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden, the infamous device that had given Berber all this power. The king, giddy with praise, proudly presented Ember with the empty contraption. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined the spikes to be much sharper. Bremer grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it is so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" Bremer grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The maid has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and muscled, would not fit within it. Would fit within." The king laughed and saw a way to prove the merit of the maiden to Ember. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit," he said, and with that he stepped into the device. But Ember was waiting, and no sooner had Ember squeezed himself into the iron casket that Ember slammed it shut on him. Wow, he really fell for that. She really baited him. Ember took the maiden with a screaming Ember inside, Bedouin inside, through the castle and down into the city, and the people finally free from the king's tyranny, cheering, dancing, and singing that echoed through the streets until Ember was dead and it finally stopped. That's insane. Bro really fell for that. Ring of attack. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get that. Thank you. Okay. Gonna continue. Okay. Okay. Blood orders. Of course they don't.
Most of the Grand Clerics died at the Prologue. Go in peace, Herald of Unreal.
Have you gone completely mad? He should be taken to Val Royo immediately. To be tried by...
Chant for the Departed. Oh, we've been hearing about the Chant for the Departed. The light shall lead her safely. Let me look at that. Anyway, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who thrusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As the moth sees light and goes toward flame, she should see fire and go towards light. The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. Interesting. Founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Dragon, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian beliefs to the world. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There, in his heart, Draken knelt before the eternal flame of Andrastian, was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olesa of Montesimart was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. Interesting.
I do not believe that.
Chantry hierarchy. The divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schemish split the imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact, two divines at one time. One divine, formerly called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Valrio. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argus Spire in Marathos. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as most holy or your perfection. Really. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their religion. They travel to Valrayo when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, Reverend is appended to a title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or Reverend Mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters from the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: Affirmed, Initiates, and Clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who are raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the marital skills of war. Martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives and sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics placed in charge of such archives are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. I didn't get this. Oh my gosh. All this reading. The disciples of Andraste are unique in all of history. The cult preceded the chantry and kept itself so hidden and isolated that it actually survived the modern day. The disciples made their home high in the Frostback Mountains in a village called Haven, which is now a sanctuary for pilgrims of the chantry. It is understood that the disciples were descendants of the first followers of Andraste, who brought her ashes to Ferrata and built the temple to house it. Because they have pledged themselves to the keeping of the temple of sacred ashes, the disciples of Andraste never left the Frostbacks. For 900 years, they kept strangers away, killing all who came close, and were completely oblivious to the world that advanced beyond the boundaries of their home. Having developed separately from the traditions of the Andrastian chantry, the disciples were led by Reverend Fathers. However, little else is known about the original beliefs of the disciples, for they have turned from their noble heritage by the time they were discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the centuries-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. This practice likely led to a greater incidence of madness, which may explain why the cult was, at the time, in of his discovery in 930, which being a high dragon, which Michelle and the squad killed. According to writers discovered in Haven, the disciples of Andraste show reference to the dragon, believing it is to be the prophet reborn. The egg clutches and dragonlings of the dragon were offered great honor for being Andraste's offspring and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. In 930 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero Ferelden, who was on the quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. Yep, he got bodied. Uproot. The Black City. No traveler to the Fae can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place, no matter where one might be. The city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant for the Black City. The account teaches that the Black City was once a seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful masters, lords from the Deventer Imperium, devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. Yeah, that was the architect. We met two of them so far, the architect and Corypheus. There was once a tiny fishing village on the Waking Sea that was set upon by the Deventer Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Marathos, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was a child, Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warrior. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Deventer. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule of all creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return, to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Dang, reluctantly is crazy. He's like, oh, fine, I guess I'll do it. Andraste is more so like Jesus in this equation, and the Maker's like God, basically. But it's just twisted a little bit. So they instead of making Andraste a dude like Jesus was, they made her a woman. So, the Maker agreed to give him another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mareth, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together, they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Reminds me of the 10 plagues, honestly. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mareth saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last, the armies of Andraste and Mareth stood before the very gates of Marathos, but Andraste was not with them. For Mareth had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Deventer. For this, the Archon would give Mareth all the lands of the south of the Waking Sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Deventer, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned, while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword, and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him, and Our Lady sits at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. Interesting. That was insane, actually. Because I knew that Mara, like, you know, turned against her and whatnot, but I didn't. That was very interesting. See, this is why reading codex matters. So I'm just gonna already assume that this Dragon Age Inquisition is gonna be one of the longest ones, since we're basically trying to do as much side quests as possible, trying to do everything as possible as we continue. If we can't do a quest, like if there's like a glitch that's preventing us from doing it, like in Dragon Age 2, it is what it is. Misplaced notes. Notes written by one of the scholars responsible for restoring Haven. The notes have obviously come loose from a ledger of some sort. It took rescrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One of two things is true. Either stone is more porous than I thought, or Maker's bread. Maker's beer. There must have been a lot of blood. How many people died? I'm so relieved I didn't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. Those who tossed off a cliff, I think. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and floors. If this doesn't clean up in a day or two, I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place, and while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writings that looks like Brother Fedrin's genitivi. Oh, Brother genitivi. He was held here for weeks before the hero Fredrin found him. It looks absolutely nothing like the place we found him in. Yeah, we're about to level up again. How to Maker. There was no word for heaven there was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word. And his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. But they didn't say what he said. Okay, whatever. And from it, his firstborn, and he said to them, in my image I forged you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. It's just like Christianity, bro. Yeah, that is hilarious. I'm reading it, I'm like, yo, in scripture it says, that there was like the earth had no form, there was nothing. And God said, let there be light, and boom, there was light. And he started creating all this, and he created Adam and Eve in his image, so created humans in his image. So in this one, he's saying, yeah, I created y'all in my image. It's so crazy. Then in the center of heaven, he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelt, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending. But their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with a golden light reflected from the Maker's throne, and they held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the face, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss, so the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the Fade a measure of its living flesh and placed it apart from the fed spirits and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, from earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is boundless surrender, and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever changing, but held fast, immutable, with words from heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, "To you, my second-born, I grant this gift, and your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fate I crafted you, and to the fate you shall return each night in dreams, that you may always remember me." And then the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and there he dwelt, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Yo, that was low-key fire, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that, and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, he is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
What can I say?
I
I'm
heard
innocent.
the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
So you've changed your mind about me?
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Dang, bro got
This is the
sunned.
Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of
Man,
old.
Leoniana is
Find those
fine,
who
bro.
will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
Alright then.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Look at bro, looks so bad. Yeah, slow-mo's insane. Okay, look at my drip. Exactly, such a cool prologue. And that is exactly where I'm about to leave it off, right here. I'm about to leave it off right here. This was fun. Next one, I'm gonna just go ahead and start talking with everybody. Probably do some more codex reading. Wait a second. Let me look at what I have on. What do I have on? Give me that cunning. You know what? I'm fine with that. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.